And I need your help.
What's up?
I was watching TV last night. I was flipping around, and I caught a little bit of Lost last night.
Really?
Just a little bit. And I know there's a lot of Lost fans out there, and I want to become one of those Lost fans.
I mean, I understand you caught a little bit, but if you catch a little bit of last night's episode, you're in trouble.
Really?
Yeah.
How many seasons are we up to? 4? 5?
I think this is season 5,
right?
Lost,
I haven't seen the first one yet, the new ones. I haven't seen the season.
Really?
5.
Yes, fifth season?
So it's second episode, really. Maybe third, because the first one was a 2-hour. Into, season 5.
I decided that I want to get into Lost. So do
you have a week straight that you can take off and just sit in front of a TV with DVDs?
Who needs a week when I have you?
What?
Explain Lost to me in 60 seconds.
That's impossible.
No, and then I can start watching these episodes.
It's not possible.
No, I'm going to start the clock, and you're going to try.
I don't even have a thought in my head.
No, you got to, because I really want to start watching this show. And I think I have faith in you, my brother.
I don't.
You're a very smart man.
I don't.
And I know you could do this. Explain Lost in 60 seconds, and then I'll watch. And then when I come in, I could be part of the little chatter that goes on. I noticed there's Lost chatter between you and Travis and other people.
Yeah, we
associated with the show.
We talk about it. We were texting last night. Me and Travis were texting each other last night during Lost. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel a little left out. I want to be more part of what's going on in front of me.
Righty.
So, can you explain Lost in 60 seconds?
No.
Can you at least try?
I can try.
All right. Can we start the clock? Ant's going to explain Lost in 60 seconds.
Tense.
For me and maybe some other people out there that they take a peek and they're like, you know what? This is something I might want to start watching.
Okay.
All right? Give it your best shot.
Okay. Oh, God. All right, there's Oceanic Flight 815. It crashes on an island.
Got it.
And at first you just think it's like just going to be a survival story on the island. But the island turns out to be a little mysterious. There are creatures and things going on. Very mysterious. And then the initial ensemble cast of characters, I'm not going to go into their names. I don't have enough time. They start wandering around and exploring the island and find things that indicate other people had been on this island.
Things, okay.
Before.
Got it.
And then they realized there was something called the Dharma Initiative, which made these chambers and other things all over the island that contain weird, mysterious machines and items and things that sometimes help them. They give them supplies, sometimes hurt them. And then they found the others. The others were people that have been on the island. They didn't know that there were the others. There's more people on the island. And they're
not
run
part of the plane
by
crash?
Ben. They're run by Ben.
All right.
This guy. He's really a bad guy. And the others start really effing with the Oceanic Flight 815. God damn it!
Oh! You didn't even get to the smoke.
I didn't get out of season 1.
Oh, really?
It's season 5. I didn't get halfway through season 1.
Only season 1.
Holy mother of God!
I know there's numbers and smoke and the others.
I couldn't get into all that.
The what?
Yes, the hatch.
All right, we're going to try this again next week. I mean, that's a good start, though. It's a plane crash, but maybe they never really crashed.
Well, you know, the way some of these episodes have been going, you might be right.
Really?
No. I think there was a plane crash.
See, everyone's saying I got to start from the beginning. No, I'm going to use Anthony. So if we do this a couple times, I think I could just jump into season 5.
So now I'm going to have to remember where I left off next week, or I have to do it all over again?
All over again.
No! I have to figure out a way to do it all in 60 seconds.
Yes. You only did one season. What did you do?
Like half of a season, maybe, or
maybe Travis can help you. Maybe a little thought starters.
Travis is very good.
Next week we're going to do this again, Travis. Oh, okay. Or maybe even tomorrow.
Maybe 2 days.
My whole goal is to watch your brain explode.
Whew, that almost did it. Especially on the tails of Obama stuff.
Oh, I know. I think Anthony needs to rest a little bit.
And I'm getting the impression that what just happened here in the studio was a pretty big deal.
Yes, Micheal Emereson being in here was a big deal.
And he's on Lost, and he plays Ben.
Yes.
And I got to tell you something. I have never seen Lost.
Which is crazy.
And I wasn't even going to fake it. The good old Mike here says, I noticed you threw in a couple uh-hs, and that's all I could do with that interview. But I got the box set from the Philly Crew last Christmas, and my brother took it from me, and he refuses to give it back.
That's what it is about the show.
And that's the God's honest truth. I keep telling him, give me my effing Lost box set back, because I do want to watch the show, but I haven't yet.
But did you? Everybody in the room got a free new box set, except for me.
Wait,
I didn't get it.
These are all pieces of boxes. I got season 2.
well, give me season 1. I'll start there.
Now they're all signed. You're not getting one of these. What are you, crazy? Micheal Emerson signed it.
I don't want season 3. I want to start from the beginning.
Give him season 3. You'd be lost. You watch that going, what the hell is this show about?
And I'm actually really bummed because it was Micheal Emerson, right?
Yeah.
I had all these Emerson, Lake, and Palmer questions prepared for today.
He's not in Emerson, Lake, and Palmer.
I was Googling my ass off last night. I was Googling ELP.
You Googled wrong, my friend.
I'm like, wow, Micheal Emerson's here. Cool.
No.
I want to see what Lake and Palmer are up to. What?
No. It's he's from Lost, and I was a gushing ass when we went off the air for commercials. I go back where he's signing the Lost box sets because it's not enough that I had just spoken to him. I have to go back and talk to him on more personal level. And then I'm just saying stuff about the show and how the ensemble cast, it's amazing that you could have that many people and still have the audience care about such a big cast, and it doesn't come off soap opera-ish with such a huge cast. And he goes, that was a big concern of mine. I was like, yeah, he thought the same thing I did. And I'm just, I'm a gushing girl.
You almost kissed him.
I probably would have.
No, you almost kissed him. Let's be honest with you.
He's a cute guy.
Not in a gay way, but in a,
I respect what you do.
Yes.
Thank you for entertaining me weekly.
Right.
Thank God it wasn't yesterday. You would ask him to be a Valentine.
Hey, where's it too late?
Roland still
Can't
around?
catch him out on the street. And then, from what I hear, he was walking past. He was walking past the other studio, and who was in there? The board op is in there.
It's more than a board op, Jesus.
Well, the audience doesn't care. And Michael just kind of peeked in and went, "What did he do?" He went, "Hello," and waved at him and freaked him out.
Really?
Like, he could just do that, though, to people. He could walk around and freak people out.
It's those eyes, man.
Yeah.
He was, when you were talking to him, he doesn't blink.
Sometimes he's talking and you're talking to an actor, but then he gets into this cadence with his voice, and his voice will go down, and you're like, holy crap, that's Ben.
Yeah.
That is absolutely the guy. So cool to meet him. And then Roland has to tease us and go, Locke's going to be in New York next week. Maybe we could get him. I go, don't even ask. I go, the time you're wasting asking us, you could be trying to get him. Yeah. You don't have to ask for lost people. Bring them here.
Let's say hi.
Bring them to me.
Let's say hi to Nick in Maine. Nick.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
I want to be the first to welcome the new character to the show. Opie's know-nothing guy.
You know what? I'm gonna go with that, Nick. To be honest with you, the two things that I've been talking about this morning, the chef's table at Gordon Ramsay's restaurant.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
And this guy, Michael something from Lost.
Emerson.
Ben. No effing clue, and that's the God's truth. But, because of Nick, I'm gonna develop know-nothing guy.
I love the character.
I like it, too. Thank you. I finally have something to do on the show. Thanks, Nick. Well, they say I do nothing, because they know how a radio show works. Yeah. They listen and they think they know everything. Kind of like watching one episode of Lost and you got it all figured out.
Well, I don't know about that.
All right, so. Exactly, that's the point I'm making. But you know everything, right? Blind CC.
Blind CC, copy paste, print message board, fake name.
Shut up, you dopes. You know nothing. You know maybe 1%. 1% of what goes on a radio show. Anyway.
I hope he really didn't say one word during that.
No, you know why? There are times I'll blow up someone's spot and just fool around with it.
Yeah.
But I'm not stupid. I know Lost is huge. I'm not, and I know Anthony's massively into it. I've seen him and his chick cry on trains watching episodes. So
what?
No. My girl, she cried.
You got a little teary-eyed. A little bit.
I didn't. She was crying, though.
It doesn't want to acknowledge his emotions.
When Locke got shot.
A little bit.
When Locke got shot, and it looked like he was, done.
When he got thrown in the pit of bodies, you got emotional?
No, she did.
Really?
I was throwing old people out of my train seat. Believe me.
He did kind of turn into a chatty Cathy.
He really did. Bobby, you were right behind him.
It's called an interview, you douche.
I know, but you didn't want anybody else.
I didn't. He was mine.
Yeah,
he was mine.
Hold on. First of all, an interview is where you interact with the person you're talking to. What you did was kind of a monologue of how much
he was talking.
It was like Voss acting.
First, I had to let him. Here it is.
I am glad that you brought that up because when Anthony gets excited about someone, Anthony is a great interviewer. I'm not going to bust your balls as far as that goes. But when Anthony really likes somebody that's sitting in that seat, oh boy, it's very difficult.
Bastards.
I am so glad it came from you, Bob.
Let me tell you something. It makes the guest more relaxed when you know that you legitimately appreciate their work and you're familiar with it.
Everybody else feel uncomfortable, like when you're in Letterman. Just
oh my God!
It makes the guy much more comfortable when you actually answer his questions for him.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't answering. I was asking him stuff. I was also trying to bring people into it that might not be such big fans by letting them know. Yes.
Micheal Emereson said to say he loved you and thank you.
Oh.
Who?
That is fantastic.
Who?
To Anthony.
That is great.
No, it was.
Maybe he would have loved us if we could
catch him on the street. Lunch. I see me and him doing lunch.
Yeah, do you?
Do you really?
No,
really?
I go home.
He'd actually
I go
start
right
dressing
home.
like him too. He'd come up with little round glasses and a
Little
vest.
round glasses.
Yeah.
Can't be that intimidatingly scary though.
Try to use that to maybe get a reservation for dinner tonight or something. Hey, but I interviewed Ben from Lost.
Yeah,
whatever.
people would go, cool. How is he? Tell me about him. Not like Bob Kelly calling him. You pretty much called him a little guy with glasses.
When
he was sitting in the chair right there. You go, and you're a little guy with glasses.
Yeah,
Jesus, insult the guy.
It's not an insult; it's a fact.
Yeah, but
I'm not
people
intimidated
don't
by
like
asking the hard questions.
People don't like to have. They don't have a self-image of themselves like that. I'm a little guy with glasses.
Yeah, he does.
Bobby,
I bet you don't think he read that in the character description? Jackass. What do you really think? He thinks he works out?
Basically,
that's the description. Yeah. He's a psychological chess player. He's not a weightlifter, and you're an ass-kissing fool because you're offended that I made fun of your new girlfriend.
Just because you didn't make as good an impression, you're just jealous. You're jealous of me. You're jealous of me.
Anthony has a man crush.
Because you wouldn't let me. You're a C blocker is what you are.
It was a little creepy.
C-blocking you.
A little creepy. You were
creepy. I'm a huge fan of the program, and his character is amazing.
And so am I.
All right,
and so is Travis.
And he said he loved me.
Because you wouldn't. He only loved you because
Find your own lost star, Bob Kelly.
Let's say hi to Scott in New York. Scott, jump in here, please. Help us out. Yeah.
This reminds you of Anthony's beautiful interview with little Shawnee Smith.
Oh, my God.
Okay, look.
You know what?
I've been a Shawnee Smith fan for many years, and I was gushing a bit with her.
I got to tell you, I thank Bob Kelly today because it's something we kind of have noticed over the years, but we're too scared to bring up to Anthony. That he gets a little chatty when he really likes somebody.
Yes.
So now we're going to have to bring some examples to the show.
Jesus Christ.
It turns into
it
turns into The View.
And I'm not saying that is not good radio. It's not about that. It was great radio. It was
excited.
I don't even know the show, and I was very interested in the whole process that was going on in front of me here. But with that said,
dude, you're so eager to make a connection.
It's trying to get out. I know we have limited time, so I want to get a lot of information out.
And you don't want anybody else getting involved.
Yeah.
You would have put curtains up around you if you could have.
You're right. I am really a douche.
Poor Travis is probably a bigger fan than you.
I was ready to cut him off, too.
Oh, my God. Oh, wow, Bobby. You notice also, Anthony doesn't smile a lot. Yeah. People think I don't smile. Anthony barely smiles. He leans in a little to listen to the answer, and he just really kind of has this I
was looking into his eyes,
little smile on his face.
Most of the time, he's just a club soda drinking miserable ass. But today, oh, hey, leaning over, turned all the way around.
Yeah, my back was completely to Opie.
Doesn't even acknowledge that he's actually doing a radio show with other people.
I was having a conversation with an actor that I respect his work.
But he was making it sound like I was like, this must be great. Any question I had, he actually was like, trying to put it down because he didn't want him to go, you know what, you're right about that, Robert.
Micheal Emereson was this close to going,
Anthony, even know your name.
I just need to let you know, I'm not gay. I'm getting a vibe here. I just want to
he's a married man.
But why do you think he said that?
Yeah,
he
that's
mentioned
what I'm saying.
that because you were weirding him out.
Yeah.
I wasn't weirding him out. I'm a fan of the show conducting an interview.
Fanboy!
Oh, you bastard.
You were staring at him.
We got a fanboy!
You were staring at him like he stares at people in the show.
You think I creeped him out that much?
Wow, you were creeping him out.
Jesus Christ.
And let's not forget, Ken Burns came in here and wow.
I'm a big fan of his documentaries.
I think they're officially dating. I mean,
leave me alone.
Really a bug-eyed fanboy.
Fanboy!
What is it?
Pray for me.
He said my wife for no reason to it. Had no reason. My wife.
He did not.
He did. He looked right at you.
But because
look at the picture. Look at the picture.
Oh no! What? Oh no! Turn the monitor on, ass.
We just say that every morning.
Oh, look how much I'm smiling. I am a douche. Look at me. I'm in love.
He's like, another picture with a fanboy. Here we go.
Oh God.
Here's my. I give a crap that I'm standing next to your face.
And you got mad at me from calling him a little guy with glasses. Look at that photo.
Yeah.
What is he?
He's Ben from Lost.
He is. I love him too. Why don't you share him?
I didn't have enough time. We're not hanging out drinking over here. We're conducting an interview, and I knew time was running out.
Me and Micheal Emereson had an awkward moment because after the interview, he's taking pictures and stuff with all the fanboys, and he kind of looked at me like, you want a picture? I'm standing here for a couple more seconds, and I was just like, I don't really know who you are.
You said that?
I didn't say it, but I kind of said it with my eyes like
That's not
And now when
right.
I catch up with this loss with the box set, I'm going to be very disappointed to get a picture with Ben.
You're going to be really mad. You're really going to have to.
Oh, there it is.
Anthony.
It's up on Pal Talk. Look at how happy I am.
Yeah.
I look like a goofy fan.
Bobby, you open the floodgates because now I'm just getting communiques from people that want to remain anonymous.
A bunch of rats, whole family of rats.
Somebody is reminding me that you did the exact same thing when Quentin Tarantino was in here as well.
Okay, Quentin Tarantino.
We are getting examples for next week's show.
I'm a huge fan of Quentin Tarantino and his work.
You're a chatty Kathy.
When Anthony really likes someone and the interview's going well, and I call me crazy, but I try to maybe be a part of it. Sometimes he'll turn around and look at me with these big eyes like, oh, God, don't ruin this for me.
How dare you speak.
Right, don't ruin
right
this
now
for
it's the
me.
Anthony show.
We'll get back to your craziness in a while, but I'm interviewing the big star.
Him and his high cheekbones. Can't stand you. You really did. You're just jumping in. You are just an FP blocker. A famous person blocker. You just want to be the only guy in the room.
You know something? I'm willing to have an open mind and realize I could be a douche.
Yeah.
As far as this subject goes, I might be the douche. What picture is that?
Look at that. Oh, my God. It looks like you're getting your first picture with, like, your third grade teacher. Who is that hot chick who is that?
Kristen Bell from Heroes.
Oh, Kristen Bell. Okay. Yeah, sure. All right.
Yeah.
Another show I haven't seen, unfortunately. But
she was cute.
But look at you. You couldn't be stiffer.
Oh, you are. You just
I am
standing
really
there.
stiff. I'm standing there. I'm an ass. What can I tell you? I'm like Lucille Ball when it comes. I Love Lucy with famous people. I make an idiot of myself.
You don't even know what to do with your hands. They're just straight.
You know what you're going to do? You're going to make me so self-conscious that I'm just going to be like hamna next interview.
Good.
Good?
Why don't you try shutting your face for an interview?
You shut up.
Letting Travis, maybe Thin, and other people of the show get some in. How's that, Mr. Just loudmouth chatty Kathy?
Well,
I was
very happy and very thrilled to talk to him.
Yeah, well, we're going to get some examples now because it's something that we have noticed, and I'm so glad Bob Kelly brought it up.
Thank you, Bob.
We didn't know really how to, like,
Stupid Bob Kelly.
to break this to you. Wow.
So
China.
Ben,
Yeah.
you
Going through celebrity pictures now? All right, well.
the show's amazing the way you shut up.
Well, I was bringing up examples of how.
No, it was very good.
Oh,
and Bobby,
God.
shut up. You were pretty close, man. You were a close
Yes,
second.
thank you, Opie. I want to thank Opie for bringing that up.
You were a close
Bob
second. You
is-
were his Robin, to his
Maybe.
Batman.
You came in second place in the douche. You couldn't even be top douche.
Maybe I am a little jealous that I couldn't be top douche.
Dan?
I did like Bobby's question to the character Ben about the character Sawyer in that scene he was not in at all.
Which one?
Oh yeah, thank you. Because I was a little, I felt a little embarrassed and
Say it again.
awkward during that
What'd I
line
say?
of
You
questioning.
talked about how your favorite. They were talking about something completely unrelated, and then he said, "Wasn't that cool how Sawyer said that cool line?"
No, I said it was one of
That
the
was
cool-
pretty much it.
and the
Thanks for
reason-
summing it up like that.
You don't understand. No.
Man.
Dan, you're getting too brainiac, which you usually do because you're smarter than everybody in the room.
It's not about me.
I hate you and your two parents.
Focus.
Okay, but while you're talking,
The reason why I said that, if you listen, I said it's one of the greatest lines in history of
yeah,
TV.
and it wasn't his.
And no,
Good job.
But the
Good job.
show,
A good way to make the guest feel good.
No, but the show itself.
Yeah, on the
had one of
virus
the
tour,
greatest lines.
let's say Jim Norton, the best comic and one of the funniest jokes ever.
Yeah,
as
he
I'm
did.
interviewing you.
He did.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah, it is. It's true.
No, it's not. You comics are petty asshole.
No, we're not.
Oh!
I knew I'd say something that would get done.
All right, listen.
Put the picture of Bob Kelly up. Look at you.
I'm having fun.
Fun.
I'm fun.
You're not having fun.
He
It's a
said-
photograph.
Dude, it looks like you're trying out for the new Three Stooges.
He said,
Yeah.
Look at that look on your face.
You're the curly.
Right.
He said-
Curly for the new century.
My friend told me to
Eyebrows
make
up in the air, you freak.
My friend told me to make a silly face, and I did.
All right, listen.
You at least not have some energy. You're standing like you're paralyzed, and they propped you up with a stick.
That's kind of true, man. It's kind of true.
Right.
Flat and stiff as a
Can't
board
win
there.
this one.
A little uncomfortable. You're so nervous to get a picture with your big hero there. And here we are at XM Satellite Radio, the Opie and FANBOY Show.
Call an Opie and FANBOY. Why, I get a bad rap.
I haven't been this excited in a while because it's something I've wanted to say for a long time. You don't think I felt like a nothing sitting on Letterman's couch and I talked for 30 seconds? Bob Kelly finally brought up the fact that Anthony, when he gets a little nervous because he's a little excited about the person he's talking to, gets a little chatty. Chatty.
I just chat a little.
When I saw that Letterman, I was like, "Shut up!
No.
Let him talk."
Now you're going too far. Look,
It's okay.
Now you've gone.
now you're messing with my Irish brother here. Now we're both gonna have to beat you up.
He's Italian.
Well, you know what I mean. The Irish style, they're known for that.
He's an
They
Italian
beat the
with
shit out of each
with
other,
a
but as soon as you
beach
mess with
cock.
one of them, then they join forces and kick the shit out of the stranger, which you are.
La 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 la, and Dave, and then Dave, and then Dave, and then Dave.
Oh, you
Poor
are
Opie
a
had his
douche.
feet dangling off the couch, twiddling his thumbs.
I was like, no, I don't. Hey, it took the pressure off me. I still get the credit for being on Letterman, so I don't give a shit. But
you did look like the cool one. You were the man in the relationship that night.
I was just kind of
you know what?
talking.
We're trying to keep this fun, Bob.
That's a man.
No, we're obviously referring to the interview with I've already forgot his name, Micheal Emerson.
Yeah.
I got to think Emerson, Lake and Palmer. That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Ben from Lost was on the other side of the show. If you're just tuning in, and Anthony was a bit excited, and Bobby finally brought it to everyone's attention. Something that I think a lot of people have picked up on over the last few years. And,
Well,
you know. Anthony asks questions and also answers them at the same time.
I do not.
And the key is at the same time.
There were
He's pretty much answering the question he's asking.
no.
Travis was all excited.
He turns his back to us. It's like, all of a sudden he's inside the actor's studio.
He actually wanted to go to the couch and sit next to him and interview him that way.
Right.
Oh, I'm getting a bad rap.
It was a good interview, obviously. But now I got to, I guess, kind of jump in the barrel myself because someone writes on the instant feedback. We don't have it printed out.
Yes, right here.
somebody brings it to my attention, this guy from his cell phone. If you instant feedback from a cell phone and you want credit, you got to write your name somewhere. He writes, and why doesn't Opie and why doesn't Opie do more interviews? 2 words. Ed Asner.
Thank you.
And see, that's my problem.
That's when I was out of the loop. I was playing poker in a tournament, and Ed Asner was brought over as a guest when I wasn't there. And it was, all you could call it was complete anarchy at the table with poor old Ed Asner in the middle of it.
We had me, we had Joe Rogan.
He was like Reginald Denny at that intersection.
Yeah. We had, have you heard the Ed Asner clip?
No.
Oh my God. But you were noticing that Anthony is quite
Anthony is gay. I am stunned. The closet thing, I had no idea.
What happened?
But once you were on with Terry, I have never seen, you have been like one of the meanest pricks I've ever known in my life.
Thank
you.
He
came on, and all of a sudden, you're like little Mr. Fruitcake.
We were doing after show promos, and I was saying, why did you have to put both your hands under your chin to listen to the answer?
I wasn't doing that
to your question.
Yeah. Look, and then when he shined his shoes, I thought that was a little much.
I get very starstruck with very few people, though.
Right.
There's not many people, but and I've told this before. When E-Rock, I had to break him of the habit of saying, "Anthony, you want to take a picture with our guest?" And I have to go, "Yeah." Meanwhile, I don't want to take a picture with the guest.
Yeah, E-Rock always fucks you with that.
He would do that.
It's
He
like,
goes,
no,
Anthony, picture?
He's the fucking worst. He has no skills
Yeah.
and
what are you going to say at that
why
point?
would I want a picture
Nah.
with Pauly Shore for?
Yeah, it's like, nah. And then the person feels like
what am I
shit.
gonna do with that?
So I goes, don't mention the camera. I'll do it.
Yeah.
So then, with Lost Cast, I've gotten up and just gone, E-Rock, camera! Immediately.
We got to put a bit together of you being a fanboy. And the only reason this is great stuff is because you don't get excited that often.
I don't.
No, you don't.
You get excited over the Lost Guys. You got excited over Ken Burns. You got excited over
Shawnee Smith. Ken Burns, he's a documentary guy. Yeah,
I know. You are gay. I mean, I could see liking Ken Burns.
He does some great work. The War was amazing, and then the Civil War documentary
and then
was amazing. Yeah,
Shawnee Smith. Who else?
Shawnee Smith.
Joseph Goebbels. And by the way, fanboy bet. I talked to Derek already about getting some of the.
Yeah, we got it.
It has to happen
because it's something that Bob Kelly finally brought to everyone's attention. Like he goes into another world, he forgets that he was actually broadcasting with other people.
Well, speaking of,
he turns his head and is like this. Blinders on.
I know, it was unbelievable.
No one else is allowed to talk, and then he gets nervous because you're trying to possibly add to the conversation.
He's like little 7-year-old Anthony. And then, do you like ice cream? Because I like ice cream. It's actually very sweet.
And then I try to bond.
It's
I try to
cute.
talk to him about theater, and he's starts to cry.
Well,
what are you saying?
Here's the deal with Anthony.
I was really impressed.
He's one of the better interviewers out there, without a doubt. But he also gets a little excited when he really likes the person.
Starstruck.
Do we have an example? I think we have an example from today.
A little too excited. Good way of phrasing. Swooning jizz bucket.
Oh, no.
Here we go. Here's a clip from today.
Obviously, Terry opened on Lost, which is
Lost.
every
Thursday.
Thursday night. 9 o'clock.
Thursday night, 9 o'clock on ABC. I love it. Amazing. Wow. Just an amazing show. I've never been so hooked on a show, probably ever, where I can't miss it. And I get annoyed when I have it TiVo'd or DVR'd and everyone else has seen it. And I got to go, shut up, shut up. I've never seen so many people that don't want to know what happens. It's
that's cool.
Just an amazing, like you said, written amazingly, and the acting in it, and the whole ensemble is fantastic. And you just do a great job. My girlfriend started crying when you got shot. We were on the plane, on the train, going down to Philly, I think, and she starts crying, and everyone's like, "What's the matter?" You're like, "Luck just got shot."
I had to start the music again. You were just babbling. End of the show, music's playing.
I wanted
we have to start
talk
that up again
with John Locke.
Wait a minute. Can you guys in the beginning? Can you catch where I'm plugging when it's on? Anthony hijacks my plug. Listen to the beginning.
I hijacked your plug.
When he likes the guest, he doesn't hear you. He doesn't hear me. It's just him and the guest.
Well, let me throw this in. It's a stupid fat Bob Kelly texted me. He goes, another chatty Lost interview by Chatty Cathy. Stupid Bob Kelly.
Listen to him steal the fucking plug, though. I'm trying to plug it. Just play the beginning? All right. But obviously, Terry O'Quinn on Lost, which is
Lost. Thursday. Thursday night.
All right, Lost.
I'm sorry, Jimmy. I did hijack your...
But it was like you used Lost as a segue to just take...
Lost. Yes, Lost.
Keyword Lost.
Well, yes, Lost, Jimmy, shut up.
The keyword is Lost.
Lost. I am like Lucy with Ricky when it comes to celebrities. I lose my mind, and there are only certain few.
Just a few.
It's like now, if you get Kate from Lost in there, I'll be a babbling, stupid mess.
How about Saeed?
Saeed's another one. Great actor.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I don't get like that. I don't get it. I mean, I don't know why you just don't talk to him like that.
Ozzy fucking walks in. You were a stammering idiot.
I handled it.
Play any interview. Play any word out of your mouth when you sat down with all of Black Sabbath. That is some of the funniest shit I've ever heard.
Jimmy doesn't have a leg to stand on because the famous address, something about address.
There was address. Something about
address. I handled it.
Do we have that clip for Louis Black?
I handled it.
Something about address. We all have our weaknesses during these interviews, and yes, mine is like big television celebrities that I watch their
show. Like, sure. I mean,
my weakness is not knowing anything about the people I'm about to interview.
Perhaps that's your weakness.
Yeah, but it's never noticeable. Terry Hatcher is coming in.
I said Terry O'Neill today.
Show Lost in Space.
Terry O'Neill.
We have
Andrew Morton. Who wrote
Dr. Smith.
Andrew Morton wrote a book about Scientology, and Ron L. Hubbard. All right.
Ron L. Hubbard.
Did I say Ron L.
Of course
Hubbard?
you did.
Oh, wonderful.
But I do love that. I can't lie.
It's like,
Opie is the I could give a shit guy. It's just, why not?
Yeah, we all have very unique personalities when it comes to these interviews.
I'm not a big. I've never really enjoyed giving interviews. I did that thing for the comedy, that history of the joke thing, and I interviewed I like interviewing comics because I never get to ask questions.
I didn't get called for that.
You did, actually. You did. And so don't ever cross that line again. Don't ever cross that line again.
No one called me for that.
Don't ever cross that line again with me.
How come no one called me?
Don't ever cross the line again.
I'm hurt.
You were called.
By who?
By whoever the powers that be. You were.
Why didn't I do it?
Because I asked. Because you know why? Because you're busy.
Oh.
You are like a working comedian.
I was hurt, though. I wanted to.
No, you didn't want to know. You didn't even know about it till today.
If I find out my managers...
You didn't even know about it till today.
Don't cross that line again.
Don't cross that line again, mister.
If I find out my managers
they're going to lie to you, and I'm going to lie to you, and you're going to lie to me. So that's show business. And why do we have to sit here and discuss this? They did, though. I said to get you. I gave them the list. What am I, nuts? It's like people in New York. Get Jim Norton.
I'm very hurt.
And then they go, don't be hurt. You should see some of the stuff.
I'll call my manager.
Okay.
All right, listen.
It's time to embarrass Jimmy.
Now I feel
it's time to embarrass Jimmy.
I won't be embarrassed. I know what I'm doing.
Jimmy, come join me under this Greyhound bus. Could you please?
Well, this is Jimmy being
who's interviewing?
Extremely smooth.
This is Zach Wilde, the guitarist for Ozzy Osbourne.
Very
and
smooth.
I like Zach. He's good, and I thought he wore a dress one time, and it was funny, so I talked to him.
Yeah, Jimmy's got a very smooth way of interviewing these people. Just listen.
When did you let him start interviewing?
I don't know. Yeah. He's just taking over. It's just like he just does. Here it is. Listen to this.
You did something in a dress. I don't. It was fucking. It was in Philadelphia. I mean, Kim from YSP, who was in love with you, was telling me that you did something in a dress. I don't know what it was. Did you go on stage in a dress, or did you do something in public with a dress? It was really completely uncalled for and hilarious.
In a dress.
I'm sure it was us. It was definitely gay. I'm sure we
pulled
it off.
Of course.
You know, when you got guys that are weighing about 265, 250, 245, with dresses that they're bursting out of. And we got to make sure the dresses are for like a 13-year-old pubescent girl. You know what I mean? So it's like, she hasn't even hit puberty yet, so
She said you went to a mall. You were in a mall or something like that with a dress, and you had like your chain wallet. She said it was like the most ridiculous thing she'd ever seen.
That's where it was at. Yeah, it was out in should have been Boston, or we were hanging down in Philly or something like that. But yeah, it was definitely beyond gay. It was a bunch of grown men, and we made sure, we went to like a Victoria's Secret and just got the most insane. No, where you just, I can get you in the smallest stuff that like a 13-year-old will wear.
Oh, of course.
And you're just bursting out of these dresses and everything like that. Dude, it was
You
awesome.
just gave him an idea.
See? Was it a dress? You were at a mall in a dress, something with a dress. I heard a story about a dress. There was a dress. You were in a dress.
Wow.
Holy shit, enough about the dress.
He must have hated this dress. Dude, I'll admit that I said dress perhaps 40 or 50 times too many. That was all. But I didn't know. It's called Get the New Listeners. You have to keep resetting.